Morning. All right. Happy Monday. Happy week that everybody is hustling and bustling to get all these big family meals together and prepare for family to visit and have fun and play games, and hopefully it's a peaceful time for everybody. Be mindful of the people that are around you that have experienced loss over the last couple of years. Excuse my wrinkle. People are closer to depression than you think, okay? And the holiday tends to bring up those moments. So just be mindful, okay, of what you're doing, what you're saying, where you're going, the energy you take in. Leave all the bitterness and angry and sadness and ego and all those things that we typically carry around with us on a day-to-day. Leave that at home and, just do your best to be there for the people that you love. That was just like a quick tidbit. But the motivational word for the day is detox. Okay, detox. A lot of the times when we're trying to connect with spirit, and we're not getting our answers clear, it's because we are clouded, we are congested and backed up and full of shit. Literally, figuratively, okay, we're full of shit. Detox can mean more than just, from food. You need to detox from social media, detox from TV, detox, of course, food, things of that nature. But it's about clearing out room for healthier versions of things to come in. So sometimes you got to detox yourself from friends and family, and you really have to spend time cleaning out. So I'm just going to give you just a couple quick detox things that I do. One is there's a saltwater cleanse. This is like a actual detox, okay? Saltwater cleanse. You take I think 2 liters of warm water and add 2 tablespoons of pink Himalayan sea salts. I normally squeeze like a whole lemon in it because it's very hard to drink. You're supposed to drink it nonstop, or try to drink it in under 5 minutes. Now, this one is one that you're supposed to do on an empty stomach, and do it when you don't have any place to go, okay? Don't have any place to go. Don't have any place to go, okay? I normally do mine in the morning on the weekends. And like I said, it's very hard to drink. I normally have like a Powerade or something with electrolytes in it so that I can rehydrate myself after, because I tend to feel very dehydrated after I do a cleanse. Again, 2 liters of warm water, 2 tablespoons of pink Himalayan sea salt, half a lemon. Shake it up until you can get the salt dissolved, and do your best to have it drink in under 5 minutes. You are then supposed to kind of just lay on your side, rub your stomach, and kind of, you know what's coming. Normally within 30 minutes, you're gonna go to the restroom, and yeah, it's gonna flush. This will go on for about maybe an hour, and not an hour straight. You just go to the bathroom, a couple different times. Don't pass gas. You'll understand why once you start. It's liquid that's flushing through you, okay? And it's going to flush you. And it's funny, you'll feel your stomach muscles. You'll feel like you did crunches when you get done. So just make sure you got something to drink after so you can feel hydrated. Once you're done, you're done. It's not going to creep back up on you later in the day. That has never happened to me. It just flushes your system. It helps clear your skin because you're getting rid of a lot of toxins and a lot of things that kind of just sit in your digestive tract. That's one. Social media. We get we should not know what's going on with You know, every single celebrity. You know, we so easily distracted by that stuff. You know, that's not to say that spirit can't get messages to you through social media, but if that's not what you're going to social media for, and you're following, like, I follow psychology pages. I follow pages that teach you about Montessori stuff for your kids. I follow astrology pages, astronomy pages, scientists. I follow all of the type of areas where I am welcoming information from spirit for what's going on in my specific life. I also follow the Shade Room. I follow, you know, a couple celebrities, you know what I'm saying, for entertainment purposes only. But a lot of times we can get caught up in their lives, too caught up in their shit. And the worst thing you could do is subconsciously start to compare what you see there to what's going on in your life. So detox from social media, whether that's getting up in the morning and saying you're not going to get on social media before 10, or getting up and saying, you know, because a lot of us, the first thing we do, we roll over, especially if that's our alarm clock. We roll over, hit the alarm, open up social media. You choose. Okay, I can create a discipline for myself that you might not be able to create for yourself, or it might need to be tweaked. I don't necessarily try to keep myself off social media first thing in the morning, because now that I'm getting up early, I kind of want something that wakes me up. But I have to get off of it very quickly, because it'll distract me from this. It'll distract me from like connecting and figure out what the daily message is supposed to be. So some of you might decide, okay, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna give social media 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna get out the bed, get myself together, get dressed, wash up, clean up, do anything productive. Okay, because being on social media is not the most productive thing we could be doing with our time. You know, give yourself a task to make sure that you do that creates productivity in your life, and cut back on your social media. If you're really good, don't get on there at all, or give yourself a 30-minute time limit per day. I ain't there yet, but it's a little bit different. This is where I'm actually trying to expand my creativity. So I'm working it to my benefit, hopefully. Smoking. Okay. Everybody has different reactions to smoking, whether it's, you know, whether you're smoking weed or smoking cigarettes or whatever. None of it is the most healthy thing you can be doing. So having the discipline to detox from that, whether it's, again, taking a couple days off, cutting back, giving yourself an opportunity to see how your body feels without any influence. That means, you know, social media is an influence. Smoking weed, all of that influences you. You know, I know people that smoke cigarettes talk about it helping to like curb your appetite. That's all an influence. Okay, we should not be using smoking to lose weight. Whole nother thing. So, detox from those things so that you can understand and hear more clearly what messages spirit has for you. Again, we asking questions, and we want responses, and we don't know about all of those things, but we can't always hear the answer in return, because we are just clouded by other people's lives, other people's stories, other things going on. But just the distractions. Okay, then you put on top of that a couple blunts. You didn't kind of mellowed yourself out, and God is just kind of sitting there like, well, you asked me, and I kind of got this answer, but you can't hear me, so it's gonna be there whenever you're ready. And you know, so detox. What else? Television. You know, oh my God, your children also need detoxes from TV. I know it's cold outside, and them going outside often might not be, you know, feasible. So music. I listen to jazz a lot. When I feel like my house is too stimulated, I cut TVs off and I cut on jazz. And it's interesting because it kind of everybody will just kind of end up where the jazz is. And my 2-year-old is normally just kind of standing and swaying. She's no longer pulling at her sister's glasses, saying my name a million times, knocking on the door where her dad sleeps. She just kind of, meditate it out a little bit. And then my oldest would just end up on the couch and she'd just be kind of just it just brings this down, the stimulation level. My oldest is in school. She has a game. She is she watches TV and got her shows and then sometimes it just they also need to be detoxed from being overstimulated. So jazz helps me. I would highly suggest that you listen to jazz music in the morning before you drop your kids off at school. You'd be surprised at the vibe that creates for everybody for the day. Music is extremely healing. Y'all should not be listening to rap music before you drop your kids off. Sending them in there with all that hype ass energy for them teachers to have to deal with, and then can't nobody say shit to your kids. Just put on some jazz, put on something a little more mellow. You'll be surprised at what type of conversations y'all will even have about things going on when there's a different type of vibration in the atmosphere. All right, so drinking. I know the holidays is coming up. I know the drinking games is coming, and that's all good. It's not no shame. But when you get an opportunity, see how long you can go without having a drink. You will be surprised at how much better you feel after a couple of days. Nobody really understands the energetic pull that liquor has on your body until you're not drinking it. I think I had a bottle of wine a couple weeks ago. And I remember waking up the next morning just feeling, I sleep really hard. And my tolerance is way low now. So, I can barely get through a glass of wine without it putting me to sleep. But, I sleep so hard. And I don't mean sound. I sleep ridiculously hard when I drink. So when I get up the next morning, it's just groggy. It's hard for me to get up out the bed. I normally don't feel like myself until like 12, 1 o'clock. And I'm not talking about a hangover. I haven't had a hangover in years. I'm simply just talking about the effect of the liquor on my body. It's counterproductive to everything that I do that gives me a lot of energy. I juice with the fresh fruits and the vegetables. You know what I'm saying? I try to work out. I get up early. I try to, I shower in the morning. I do the things that's going to give me the best natural energy that I can have. And when I drink, that shit it's the complete opposite, and I can always feel it. But if you're drinking consistently, you don't know what it feels like to have natural energy. You also don't know how much of the weight that you carry is directly associated with the amount of liquor you drink. I worked out earlier in June and then hurt my foot and couldn't work out all summer, and I still lost 20 pounds. I cut out drinking, and I made sure that I was juicing a lot of my fruits and my vegetables because I wanted natural energy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to keep depending on, any type of false sugar, whether it's coffee or pop, which I don't drink a lot of pop, but, I'm like, I need to just feel the best I can. Coming from the pandemic, coming out of postpartum depression, I'm like, yo, this natural energy thing, I'm gonna have to figure that out. So that's why I bought a juicer, and I love it. So yes, detox. There are plenty of ways to do it, plenty of things you can do. It doesn't have to be strenuous, but we want to make sure that we're in alignment to get and receive from the universe what we're asking for. And also, part of detoxing is trusting that God is going to give you what you ask for. A lot of us are coping and allowing distractions to be part of our coping from, our traumatic situations. So it's not really telling God that you trust that, the universe is going to bring to you what's yours. If everything you do helps kind of put a blindfold over the truth. If you blocking out all the negative stuff, then chances are you're not going to see what's good coming either. So detoxing is very important. You should do it as often as you can. And, eventually a lot of the things that you do that you don't like to do, those things will kind of just dissolve. Like I said, with me, I've probably been cutting back on drinking just consistently over the years. I mean, once you start having kids, I haven't been to a club in I don't know how long. I like going to bars and doing like happy hours and going to watch sports events and, kind of drinking it. And that's all cool. And I still do that. But like, I don't even buy, I wouldn't even say a bottle a month of tequila. Okay, that's my shit. Because it just really, like, I think because I spent so much time without a bunch of liquor and not, juicing and all of that, I feel it so heavily when I drink that I just be like, I got other shit to do. And so when you detox and your creative juices start to move and you start doing more things that align with who you truly are, a lot of those things that stop that creative process, you'll eventually be like, no, I'm cool. And that's not saying you won't have a drink, but you'll be like, okay, I got all the things done that I wanted to get done for me. Now, yes, I can have a drink. It's not like it's a reward or anything like that, but it's like you're not gonna let it jeopardize what you really want to do. But if you don't detox your system sometimes in your mind and what you're watching and what you're feeding yourself, then you'll never know the difference between natural energy that allows creativity to flow or a false sense of energy that creates crashes, moodiness, all of that. Moodiness, bad food, drinking, smoking, all of that shit aids in moodiness, okay? So hopefully it doesn't take me all day to upload this video. It's a